Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to the F reading for Monday. So in the Divine Masculine Power message today, I use the same deck that I'm going to use now, the Divine Masculine Secrets of the Soul. So this is really a part 2 of that reading. So that reading is part 1, this is part 2. And what's really coming out right now is the masculines know more than ever that they want to share their life with you, because when they are ill and going through things in sickness and in health, and they really mean that with you. So they want to be there in the good times and in the healthy times, but they also want to be there in the not so healthy times. If you're going through anything in the physical, they want to be there for you. And they know very well that they've let you down in the past in that way. So if you've needed them to be there, wanted them to be there, they may have not been around, and that may have caused pain in you, but it's also that they have taught you on a soul level that all you need is within. That when you think you need your twin, all you really need is your connection with self and source, because your twin lives in you and your guidance comes from above you and that you are safe. So even though the masculines regret the things they've done and wish they had behaved differently, it's grown both of your souls because you are teachers and students of each other. And when we see that from a higher perspective, things make so much sense. And the masculines are saying, I know that I've let you down before. Yes, it may have been for our growth and learning, but I don't want to let you down again anymore. I want to be there with you in sickness and in health. So I do feel that this is also the promise about permanent union and commitment and marriage and all the things that you want to have. So let's go a bit deeper then and see what secrets of their soul they want to confess to you today. There may be some mirrored cards from earlier. We'll see what comes out. And this one's moving on top. So I'm going to start with this one. So the message is, I love you. Now, if you've been watching the readings, especially the overview of 2023 that we did, we spoke about the masculine giving you the sign of I love you in a number sequence this year, the number 222, or in some other unique way that means something to you. But the number 222, when you see that, it means that the universe has got your back. It's a symbol and a sign of universal power. But this year, if you're seeing the number 222, that's your masculine saying to you, I love you. And he's saying, I love you. It's easy to think, which means he's thinking it constantly, yet so hard to express. But I do love you. So he's saying, I might not say it a lot. Maybe I haven't even said it yet. I may find it hard to say those 3 words. I may beat around the bush. But I do love you. I do love you. So he's saying it's easy to think, but it's hard to express. So he's reminding you sometimes he struggles to express his feelings. Sometimes he struggles with communication. Sometimes he struggles to say exactly what's on his mind in the right way. And he's saying to you, you are my everything and so much more. So when he's saying to you that he loves you, however he says that to you, whether it's through a sign, through the 5D realm, or when he does open up to you in the physical world, which he will do at the right time, when he doesn't feel pressured or like he has to, he's just going to give it to you easily and effortlessly, and it's going to come out very naturally. He's saying, when I say I love you, what I actually mean is that you are my everything and so much more. That's what he wants you to know. If you're seeing the number 222, your twin is saying to you through that number sequence, you are my everything and so much more. And I do love you, even if I find it hard to say. And this card just moved on top of the deck. It says, I shake when I see a picture of you with someone else. I shake. Now we can shake because we feel angry. So we can shake with anger. We can shake with shock. We can shake when we're feeling bad about something. So he's saying to you, I don't like the thought of you with someone else. Now, you may not have put a picture on social media with anybody else, but he may have had a picture of you in his mind with somebody else. And you won't know how this feels because you may have had the same thing happen to you at some point in your connection, where you've seen a picture of him with someone else, even if it's been very innocent. You know, your mind blows things out of proportion sometimes. And the masculines do this too. So when he pictures you with someone else in his mind, because he may be going through some form of insecurity or jealousy or fear about you moving on or wondering what you're doing, he starts to shake. And he shakes with anger. They're giving me fear. He shakes with fear. It's fear-based energy. He begins to shake. So if you've seen your masculine shaking recently, you know, maybe you've seen him shaking, you don't know why, maybe you're worried about him. He's shaking with his own self because he's angry at himself, he's frustrated at himself for things he hasn't yet accomplished. And he's saying, I shake when I see a picture of you with someone else because I'm worrying that you're going to move on and I'm going to miss out. I don't want to miss out on our life together because I love you. I know I don't express it very well sometimes, perhaps not at all, but please don't move on with anyone else because I do love you, even if I don't tell you the way I should. So this is letting you know that he does get jealous and he does worry and wonder what you're doing. So maybe this is also something for you to think about right now. If you shared a picture recently with someone else, and that someone else, it doesn't necessarily mean someone you've been out with on a date. It could be a family member that he could be seen in the wrong way. Remember yesterday, what you think is not always the truth. Okay, so your masculine might think you're out on a date and you could have shared a picture with your brother or a friend from school, you know, a lifelong friend, or, you know, somebody else's husband if you're out in a four, or there's many things, you know, colleague, and he's got the wrong idea because what we think sometimes isn't actually the truth. That's why we have to look through the 3D. They're giving me a tickle in the throat and it's like an irritation. So irritation in the throat chakra because the masculines are irritated at themselves because they may be messing the connection up by not telling you they love you because they are thinking, I don't want you moving on with someone else. Who's that other person? Or they could just be picturing you with someone else in their mind and worrying. So again, there is this sense of urgency about them needing to do this now. But he is communicating with you that he loves you and he doesn't want you to be with anybody else and that you mean everything to him and so much more through music. Music helps me to say what I feel. So you may be receiving messages in music. We spoke about that last week. You know, one of the focused readings was about messages through music. Maybe he's a writer of music or he's a musician and he's playing music, or, you know, he's sharing music in some way. And you just know that music is connected with how he feels about you because he loves you. And you also inspire him, if he is a musician, to write music, to, you know, get the lyrics down and to compose things that come from the heart. I will call you soon. So he's saying to you, I have this sense of urgency to call you, reach out to you, connect with you, and tell you how I feel. Now, in the masculine reading today, which was really like the part one of this reading, he's working out how to contact you online. And, you know, he may be contacting you or calling you online soon. So when I, you know, talk about that, that could be a Facebook call or a WhatsApp call or something that comes online, you know, to connect you. And a car just went past very fast, which is about speed. So this is also about speed. I do feel that this week could be on a little bit of a go slow until we get to the weekends, you know, and that's because there's big changes coming in and shifts. And this is more a week of planning and manifesting. And the thing is, when we plan and manifest, things start coming in. So anything can happen. So don't get triggered by the time things are taking or the ways going about things. Learn to understand that he is learning and growing too. And all is actually well in your connection. And he said, I won't hurt you again. I won't do the things that I did before because I've grown and learned from them. And this is really what I'm feeling today. You know, he doesn't want to hurt you anymore. He doesn't want to lie to you. He wants to be honest and open. He wants to express himself the right way. And sometimes that's why things take time, because he may be holding himself back until he can tell you fully loves you and actually do something about that, instead of just saying it and then going back to a karmic partner, or running again, or blocking you again, or ghosting you again. He wants to do it the right way. And that's right. So instead of blaming your twin for things and thinking they're doing something wrong, instead try and see it from both perspectives. Instead of worrying about the journey, start learning about the journey and working on you. And always and forever, eternally together. So if you've seen the number 8 or you've seen the infinity sign, that's what that's about. But what I'm really feeling is, if you're seeing the number 222, whether it's lately or even today or in the future, the message is that you are always and forever. You are eternally together, which means it goes beyond this lifetime and it goes beyond what's happened here and now. He won't hurt you again. He's promising that to you. I don't want to hurt you. Why? Because it hurts him too. It hurts them too when they are hurting you. He is promising you that he will reach out to you. I will call you soon. I will contact you online. Music helps me to say what I feel. So he's communicating with you all of this through music. And he's saying, I shake when I see a picture of you with someone else, even if that's just a picture of you with someone else in my mind. Because the ego is blowing things out of proportion and forcing things into their heads, which is making them want to tell you how they feel so you don't move on. Because when he's saying I love you, whether it's through music, through a sign, through 222, he's saying you are my everything and so much more, and I do love you, even if I find it hard to express. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.